Hi Aries, it's Ronnie here today with your guys' March messages of 2020. So let's dive into what could be happening for you guys in the month of March this year. We're going to start with what's on the bottom of the deck, which is the Child of Boons. And I actually want to grab this other one right beneath it, which is the Three of Spells. So what these two cards say to me automatically is that watch out for what you're getting yourself into. I kind of feel like these child cards are coming up a lot for everybody, so we're all starting out in something new in the month of March. You need to watch out for what you are manifesting, okay? For what is actually going to become of your actions that you take. Okay, you need to watch out for what you are building your, new idea of stability on. Okay? What is actually going to become of the actions you are taking to build this thing up. Okay, if you're like a witchy person, this kind of gives me spells gone wrong kind of vibe. But if you're not, it's like if you're starting a new job per se, if you try to act like you know more than you do, you're gonna piss some people off, or they're gonna put you somewhere that you didn't want to originally be, is what I could get with this. But just watch out for what is actually becoming of your actions in the month of March, Aries. Okay, we need to think a little more, and with this spread there's not too much thinking. We start off with our Seven of Boons in reverse. This card kind of says to me that like you're putting in effort, but where's the reward? You're not really seeing any payoff, or like your payoff isn't going to you. Maybe you put a lot in, you're gonna be putting a lot into a community sort of setting, but they just kind of take and then they shut you out. Seven of Boons, it's like, should I still be investing in this? Does this still match what I intended it to become? This kind of feels like if you aren't really intentional about what you're doing, it's going to turn out to be something that you didn't want it to be. It's going to become, colored by the intentions of the other people involved, or, colored by the intentions that you unconsciously had. So make sure you're very intentional about how you're building things up in this month. Maybe how you're saving money and stuff, because these two boon cards, Child of Boons, Seven of Boons, I could see that you could be irresponsible with money this month, and it's really gonna backfire if you are. You're gonna get carried away with the money, I can see, and then you're not gonna have any more. So you need to be wary of that, Aries. And next to it we have the Seeker of Visions. God, this Seeker of Visions, though, is confusing the hell out of me. It just feels really mystical. Like you're under a trance of sorts. Or like there's somebody who is very charming to you, who convinces you that, they're only there to help you along with your vision, but their intentions are impure. Okay, there's a lot of emphasis on intention for Aries in this month. So this may be you. Maybe you're like, because you are not purely intentioned, or because you are not being intentional enough, it's going to be harder to manifest the vision that you actually want, instead of being clear about what you want and going straight on for it. I feel like you're going in backwards ways to succeed the vision, and it's getting you all mixed up. We're all mixed up, Aries. And with this 5 of visions here too, it's like this feels like a trap. Like you're getting, like you didn't have intentions of being here, but somebody else did, you know? Somebody kind of led you down this path, and now maybe you're feeling trapped. You're feeling like you're losing your vision, losing sense of your vision, losing sense of your own emotions. Maybe you're investing a lot into other people's visions despite your own, you know, seeking out other people's, you know, ideas on what you should do. And we got the Enchanter's Wheel in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's just, you're all mixed up this month. You're very unclear about what you want, and kind of just focused on the wrong things, Aries. You're focused on like spending your money, the negative aspects of money, and just like, oh man, I don't even know. With this Enchanter's Wheel, you're stuck in a cycle, maybe because you never had this type of abundance before. You're not sure how to handle it correctly, or you've never had this situation pop up in your life before. You're not sure how to deal with it, and what needs to happen is you need to break out of what you would usually do. Okay, you need to think things through a little more. I know a lot of Aries just kind of dive in. They dive right in, and they just kind of do and say sorry after, you know. Ask for forgiveness later sort of motto. There is one Swords card, which is the air sign, which has to do with thoughts, which is the 4 of challenges. It's next to the Seeker of Visions though, and I just really get this vibe that somebody else has you convinced of their vision, has you convinced that if you go outside of this little box, if you go outside of this tree's ecosystem, everything around it is not going to work out for you. Like, you have to do it this way because there's no other way. Like, this is the only way you can flourish. But the 4s is incomplete. Like, this may be what you think is your best effort, but it's not. You can go beyond what you are doing now. Okay? The Forest Lord is beneath that. It's also a 4 card. You know, this kind of puts emphasis on you need to learn how to lead and learn about your surroundings before you try to just take control of it all. Maybe this is all you know, taking too much control over a situation that you don't know enough about. Okay, if you were the Forest Lord, you've lived there your whole life, you've talked to all the animals, you've talked to all your co-workers, you've learned every position, you know, you can aid people and you can be an authority figure and be a leader for them to look up to, but you're not at that level with the 4. Okay? You need to expand, and you need to accept that you are expanding. Okay? You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over, be stuck in the same cycle, and, you know, expect your results to get better. I think you're really, with this 5 of Visions here now, I'm kind of feeling like this is you disappointed that you have to lose something to gain something. You're disappointed that you have to stop doing something the way you've always done it to be successful in this situation. You know, you can't just run right into the water because you're gonna get your dress wet. Okay, you have to think about it. You have to collaborate maybe with a frog, with other people. You know, I think this energy may be kind of confusing, but overall it's It's about your intentions, Aries, and it's about, you know, continuing to build upon what you have, because your starting base isn't going to get you all the way through, okay? You can't learn just the basics and then try to become a master. You have to learn more than the basics to be good at it. So don't, make sure you're not flaunting off and acting like you're hot shit when you just started out at somewhere, okay? I get that that's not going to go well for you and everyone's just going to shut you out immediately and make you feel, you know, really isolated from the community even though you're still contributing. So if you don't want that to happen, then don't try to put yourself above them when you definitely are not. So let me know what you Aries think about your messages today. I'll take any and all feedback, and I hope that I've at least helped one of you out with these messages. Have a good night. Goodbye.